Hey guys, welcome back for another reaction GCP React. We're gonna be reacting to 10 laws that you have probably never knew that you broke. Well, I don't know what they do it. It's like they had like secret laws that you may never knew before. But yeah, that's the point of like you don't know what laws you broke. So that was gonna be a reaction. We're gonna find out what 10 laws that we never broke before, but we will know right now. I mean, it could be like good laws, bad laws, messed up laws, and yeah. So let's react to 10 laws you probably broken without even knowing. Let's start reacting. 3, 2, 1.
We've all done it. Ride down to the local coffee shop and sit in the parking lot and bum some free Wi-Fi. Some people actually buy a scone and sit inside to surf, but others just need to check their email really quick. And although it may seem ethically questionable, it's not really breaking the law though, right? Introducing the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. It says gaining access to hotspots that don't require passwords without the owner's consent could result in a 5-year felony charge. Back in 2005 and 2007, people in Alaska and Michigan have been charged with unauthorized access to unsecured wireless fidelity networks. One man in Florida got fined $400 and had to serve 40 hours of community service for sitting outside his neighbor's house with a laptop and siphoning off precious bandwidth. Light up the candles on the cake and gather the family around the table, but think twice about singing happy birthday, because technically you could be hit with a hefty fine. Companies have been claiming the rights to the song Happy Birthday to You since 1935. So, if you're in a public place that has a substantial amount of people consisting of more than just your friends and family, you've committed copyright infringement, and you need to pay royalties to Time Warner. This seems out of line, but in 1996, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, better known as ASCAP, actually got money out of the Girl Scouts of America for singing the famous song around campfires. You've got to be pretty dirty to try to muscle in on some of that cookie money. The sole owner of copyright to the song collects an estimated $2 million per year in licensing fees, and they will continue to do so through at least the year 2030. Whatever you do, you better hold it in, because if you let one fly, you could be facing a trip to the slammer. No joke. In 2008, a man in West Virginia was charged with battery after he farted, then fanned the gas towards a police officer. He was arrested for battery. The charges were later dropped, but come on, he was arrested for farting? In Florida that same year, a 13-year-old middle school student was taken into custody for continuously farting in class. According to the police report, he was arrested for continual disruption of the classroom environment. If the "he who smelt it dealt it" rule still stands, then the officers should have arrested the person who reported it. Just saying. All you married folks out there thinking about cheating on your spouse, think again. If caught, not only will you get slapped by your significant other, you may also get slapped with some handcuffs. Adultery remains a criminal offense in 21 states. Massachusetts, Idaho, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Wisconsin consider adultery a felony, while in the other states it's just a misdemeanor. A woman from Batavia, New York became the 13th person in history of that state to be charged with adultery when she was arrested for having sex with a dude that wasn't her husband. New York penal law states a person is guilty of adultery when engaged in sexual intercourse with another person when either of the two has a living spouse. According to the law, an adultery conviction can get you up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. Not only is adultery illegal, but in some states like Florida, living cohabited out of wedlock is a punishable crime. You can just forget about your First Amendment right to free speech, because in some states, you better watch your little potty mouth or you'll get jail time and a hefty fine. That's right, you can indeed be locked up for cursing in public. In Michigan and Oklahoma, if you use vulgar language in the presence of a woman or child, that's 30 days in the county clink. In North Carolina, if 2 or more people hear you using loud and boisterous indecencies on any public road, it's a Class 3 misdemeanor. Check out Rhode Island though. Their law states that anybody guilty of profane cursing can be fined a maximum of $5. It's like a statewide swear jar.
$5.
If you register a fake name on online accounts, you could get 20 years in prison. So when you sign into your Facebook under the name MLG420 McSwaggerton, you've technically committed a crime. According to the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, hey, remember that piece of legislation? Using a fake name online is the equivalent to computer hacking. But the law will never enforce this, will they? Yes, they will, and they have, multiple times. In 2010, a prison guard in Rhode Island was arrested after he admitted to posing as his boss on Facebook. The 27-year-old pleaded guilty to use of fraudulent information and had to pay $500 to the state's Victims Indemnity Fund. In 2009, a 50-year-old woman was convicted of 3 misdemeanor charges. She was accused of being a cyberbully to a 13-year-old girl while using a fake name on MySpace. You remember MySpace, don't you? The case actually went to trial because the teenager later committed suicide. If you have ever been given oral pleasure and you live in one of these 13 states, then you've broken the law. About a dozen states still have anti-sodomy laws, claiming that oral, anal, or any kind of homosexual activity can land you in jail. In 2003, the Supreme Court ruled that it's unconstitutional to prohibit consensual sex between adults, calling it a violation of the 14th Amendment. So that means you can do whatever sexual activity you want to do with whomever you want to do it with, just as long as both parties agree to it. But the federal court ruling apparently didn't mean anything to some of these states. As recent as 2011, in El Paso, Texas, 2 men were kicked out of a Mexican restaurant by police for homosexual conduct. In 2008 in North Carolina, 2 men were arrested when police found out they were having consensual sex privately in their own home. Right now, in Minnesota, there is a law that states that anyone, gay or straight, who voluntarily engages in anal or oral sex can spend a year in jail and pay a fine of $3,000. Driving through the American landscape can be a joy for the entire family. But what happens if you ride through Oregon and New Jersey and you run low on octane? Don't even think about grabbing that pump. They have trained gas dispenser technicians to fill up your tank for you. Not only do gas stations insist on providing this service, it's also the law. Yep, in those 2 states, motorists can be fined $500 for lifting the nozzle and pulling the trigger themselves. In an age where full-service gas stations are a thing of the past, the local legislature still believes that the common driver is incapable of properly fueling his own vehicle. In states like Pennsylvania, New York, and New Jersey, they have very strict anti-graffiti laws. So if you're searched by authorities, you better not have any markers. Being caught with a bag full of spray cans, markers, or other graffiti-producing paraphernalia is a big-time no-no. In some states, no person under the age of 18 can possess a spray paint container or broad-tipped indelible marker. You're probably thinking you can't get arrested for stashing a Sharpie in your shorts, but think again. In 2011 in California, sheriff's deputies performed a dramatic raid on a reformed graffiti artist's home, confiscating what they called vandalism tools, including stickers, art prints, and yep, markers. In Oklahoma City in late 2010, a 13-year-old was taken into custody by officers. A math teacher saw that he was using a permanent marker and subsequently called the police. Yes, they actually yanked him out of class and took him to juvie. Hey guys, if your ding-a-ling gets a little too excited in a public place, then you had better start thinking about baseball or something, or it's off to the jailhouse. It is illegal in 18 states for a man to have a visible erection that can be seen through the pants. Specifically in Indiana and Tennessee, there are prohibitions against showing a noticeably erect penis through tight or loose clothing. The law states that it is illegal to display covered male genitals in a discernibly turgid state. Discernibly turgid meaning boners at full salute. So don't just keep it in your pants, keep it flaccid and hanging low, or that bulge can land you in the big house.
Okay, that was weird, but the good thing is it's not for our state. Maybe find some state for you guys, somewhere else, like Canada, California, Pennsylvania, somewhere. Then you have to be careful of these. So this is the end of the reaction of JCP React. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you all learned something about something. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I hope you guys. Oh yeah, I might do like a bone pull up here or something. I don't know. But I need to give you guys a decision. Well, I'm just gonna give it a bone pull up there. If I could activate the one up there. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, I might put it in the next one so I can find out how to put it. Then I'll see you guys next time. Bye.